else.
Right, there's an article here, and if you guys want to have a little read of it, I'll pin it in the description box, where it's got Anthony Joshua saying that he wants Deontay Wilder next, and that's his ideal fight. And this is what Anthony Joshua had to say. Wilder will be the ideal fight for the fans, for myself, and for my legacy. So yeah, why not? Nothing signed, nothing sealed. I don't like to give people false news, but that's the fight I want. That's the fight we want, and that's the fight that should happen. So that is Anthony Joshua's statement. Now, of course, there will be a minority of Wilder fanatics, not fans, but fanatics, who will probably look at that little section and try and dissect it, 2 + 2 = 22, all that kind of stuff, and come up with their own narrative to try and spin it as if somehow Joshua is either avoiding Wilder or lying. You see, that's what they'll do. But ultimately, we all know it's Wilder who had the contracts and never signed them. That's the reality of it. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. And I know a minority of Wilder fans don't know the difference between fact and opinion. You see, Anthony Joshua going there and getting knocked out by Deontay Wilder is a fact, apparently. It's not an opinion. Go figure, right? Now, so he wants this for his legacy. What he means by that, it's not because it's Wilder, it's because he's the champion currently of the WBC. It's the last quarter, it's the last piece of the jigsaw to become undisputed. That's the only reason that Wilder is even relevant, regardless of the fact that he's never defended that title against worthy opposition before, and even now against Tyson Fury. But it's the fact that he does have that quarter. But even now, you see, Anthony Joshua has all the belts that he collected one at a time. He didn't just beat one person for them all. He collected them all one at a time, including the man, Vladimir Klitschko, right? But yeah, people say that Tyson Fury is still the man because he never lost the belts in the ring and he beat the man. In other words, he's the man who beat the man. That's why he's lineal. But fact is, Anthony Joshua also beat that very same guy. Okay, and it's not Anthony Joshua's fault that he hasn't fought Tyson Fury. And I've been seeing a lot of comments lately saying, but Anthony Joshua hasn't beaten Tyson Fury. How can you call him the king of the heavyweight division? You must be stupid. This is what the kind of comments I get. But yet, they're kind of leaving out the fact that Tyson Fury hasn't had a fight in 2.5 years. So how is it even possible for Anthony Joshua to take on Tyson Fury, right? It's impossible. You can't fight somebody who hasn't been fighting. But again, if you want to really recap some of the things that people say about Tyson Fury, that he's the man who beat the man, well, Vladimir Klitschko wasn't the man. The man was Lennox Lewis. He was the last one, okay? When he retired, it was a new linealship. So there was no man. So for people who say Anthony Joshua is fake because they never beat Tyson Fury, as I said, how can he fight Tyson Fury when Tyson Fury hasn't been fighting, first and foremost? And secondly, he's already beaten the man who Tyson Fury beat. And he didn't just beat him, he stopped him. He dropped him to the floor on 3 occasions and then stopped him on the ropes. So, you know what, go figure. But as I said, lineal, no, Tyson Fury isn't the man who beat the man. He really isn't. And I would love to say that he is, but the truth is he isn't. And even if he was, he's been too inactive. He retired. That linealship should have stopped and went to somebody else. Because by your reckoning, your thinking, then surely Lennox Lewis is still lineal, right? Because he's never been beaten in the ring for that title, right? So really, the one that Tyson Fury has right now, it's not real. I'm sorry, but it's not. And besides, there's no physical belt. It's just something that people just pull out of the air. It's not even legitimate and it's not real at all. It's been broken too many times. So anyway, Anthony Joshua wants Wilder. Does Wilder want Joshua? Oh, hell no, he doesn't. Okay, you see, we've already proved recently that he said to Dillian Whyte that he doesn't have to fight anybody for the next 2 years. He can do whatever he wants for the next 2 years. He doesn't have to fight Dillian Whyte. He doesn't have to fight anybody. He doesn't want to. And Dillian Whyte proved this. But yeah, are people making videos about this? Probably not, to be fair. I mean, I could be wrong on it, but it's unlikely. Knowing the character of like some of these people, no, they wouldn't have made any kind of videos on this one because it goes against all the kind of narratives that they want to show. But yet facts are Wilder doesn't want to step up. He's taken on Tyson Fury for the same reason Shannon Briggs wanted to fight Fury, Tony Bellew wanted to fight Fury, Antonio Tarver wanted to fight Fury, because they all see him as vulnerable right now. And he's taken full advantage to it, and I can't moan at it too much, other than the fact a true champion wouldn't do that. A true champion would say, you know what, I'll fight you when you're at your best. But that's not Wilder's character at all, though, is it? So Joshua wants Wilder next. Joshua's offered Wilder contracts, 2 terms that they agreed on. And Wilder said that $15 million is crackhead money. I mean, really? Are you serious now? Your highest payday, $2.1 million, and you're getting offered $15 million when you said it's never about money, it's all about legacy. He just wants to be undisputed. This is what Deontay Wilder says, but this isn't what Deontay Wilder really means. And for all the fans of his who said that, why should he sign to fight Anthony Joshua for $15 million, come to the UK when there's no date and venue? Nobody ever does that. But yet he's just done that with Tyson Fury. They didn't say a word about that, did they? See, it's amazing. These channels are too easy to dissect. Too easy. So, yeah, Anthony Joshua wants Wilder. Wilder don't want Joshua. So even Joshua doing a poll on social media, who do you want me to fight next? Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, or Dillian Whyte? Well, the answer is you only got one option, and that's Dillian Whyte. You don't have the option of Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder, because these two are fighting each other, and there's a rematch either way. If Tyson Fury wins, there's a rematch. Deontay Wilder wins, there's a rematch. So April 13th at Wembley Stadium is off the table anyway. But they won't want you to know that, okay? And they'll probably try and make it as if that's the right thing to do as well. That Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder should have a rematch no matter what. But yet, these guys have never beaten a whole host of heavyweights. Luis Ortiz is Deontay Wilder's best win and only real legitimate win. And Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko in his one and only legitimate win at the top. But yet Anthony Joshua has stopped Vladimir Klitschko. He stopped he's beaten Joseph Parker. He stopped Alexander Povetkin. He's beaten the #1 WBC, Dillian Whyte, the mandatory WBC in Dominic Brazil, and so on. But yet, Joshua's not the man? Okay, really. So, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on right now. Does Anthony Joshua mean it? Well, of course he means it. He wants him. He wants Deontay Wilder. He wants to knock him out. He wants to show him and expose Deontay Wilder for exactly what he is. He's a cheat in the ring when he fights. He hits on the back of the head with the wrists. And he does this every single fight. Now, there's nothing wrong with people supporting Wilder. Of course, if you believe Wilder's going to beat Joshua, then that's what you believe. There's no wrong in believing that, okay? And there's no wrong for wanting Wilder to do well, okay? But there are a section of people out there who live their lives quite clearly within 7 shades of stupid. You see, because they just put absolutely ridiculous comments. I should do a video just based on some of the comments that I see, because clearly they've been brainwashed, and it's very, very obvious. But would it change anything? Probably not. And these people who write down the comments as if they're going to try and change people's minds about things, it's just not going to happen. Because over here we give you facts. We will give you an opinion, of course we will, but we'll always let you know it's an opinion, okay? And when something's a fact, we'll tell you it's a fact. And when we tell you it's a fact, you can go look it up and then prove us wrong. But you can't. You've never been able to do it yet, and you never will. Okay? So, yes, Anthony Joshua wants Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder doesn't want Anthony Joshua. He had the opportunity to be fighting him now, but he didn't want to do it for $15 million. When he said it's not about money, it's all about legacy. He just wants undisputed. He'll fight Joshua in the back garden. It doesn't matter to him. He don't care about money. He's invested his money well. But yet he turns down $15 million because he wanted a rematch. Well, if you're that confident in winning, why would you care? Clearly he's not confident, right? So, anyway, that is what it is. So Anthony Joshua wants Deontay Wilder from his own mouth. As I said, I'll put that article in the description box. So go have a little read of it if you like, and drop your thoughts below about it, or click that thumbs up while you're there. Subscribe, and I'll catch you all on the very next video.